Trap like.
Yo, what up? This is your boy T Mizzle coming back again with another Marvel Future Fight video. And today we're going to do a uniform video, okay? I'm sure a lot of you guys want to know which uniform to invest in. And instead of making a guide or recommendation for each uniform or a video for each uniform individually, I decided to do a quick video, just a quick overview of the new uniforms that just were released. That way you can go ahead and make your decision before the sale is off. Okay, just gonna again, I'm gonna try to make it as quick as possible and just kind of give you an idea or maybe help you make your mind. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you what to buy, but maybe this will help you make a decision. Okay, so let's start with the first uniform. We're gonna start with Lady Loki. Okay, now before we jump into each individual uniform, the first thing I want to say is if you like a particular character and you're going to play the character, buy the uniform. Okay, I mean, it's almost a no-brainer. I mean, that could help anybody make a decision right there. If you're going to play the character because it's your favorite character or you just like that particular character, always buy the uniform when it's released because you're going to get a 10% boost on most of the important stats. Okay, so that's just the first thing I want to say before we even get any further into the video. For people who are just starting this game, if you're looking at the uniforms trying to decide to whether or not to buy them, if you don't buy them when they're on sale, most likely the price will go up 4 or 5, I think 500 crystals more. So make sure you get the uniform when it comes out if that's a character you're used to playing with or you're going to have as your main. Okay, so just make sure you remember that. Okay, let's start off with Loki. Okay, Lady Loki. This right here is a major win. This uniform is a major win, guys. If you just started the game, if you've been playing the game, you want to get this uniform for a number of reasons. Okay, first of all, you get the 10% boost to the stats, which is great because this is the first uniform for Loki, so you're going to get a 10% boost to an already great character, and then it adds a freeze effect to acceptable skill. Now, many of you are going to say, well, I don't even use that skill anyway because I only use the clones, and that is absolutely correct. However, man, I've been playing with this I've been playing with this chick in freaking timeline battles, and I tell you right now, that freeze is a major win. It is awesome. Okay, but that's not even the most important part about buying this uniform. The most important reason to buy this uniform is because for right now you can use Loki on 2 days I think out of the week, on free day, villain day, and is that it? I think 2 days. I think 2 days you get, maybe 3 days you get to use him in alliance battle, something like that. Okay, but anyway, never mind all that. If you get Lady Loki on female day, you can use Lady Loki. Okay, this gives you another female character to play on female only day. Okay, and I can tell you right now, you want to get her just for that reason alone. That's going to increase your alliance battle scores if you were having trouble on female day. Okay, so that is one of the most important reasons to get Lady Loki. And again, Loki was already the top DPS character in the game. This makes it even better with 10% added increase to the stats. So without further ado, this uniform is an absolute go. Okay, once again, Lady Loki is an absolute go. Everybody should have this uniform if you are into alliance battle or just get the uniform. Okay, that's for this uniform. I can say this is a must-have uniform in the game. Okay, that's my that's pretty much all I'm gonna say on the Lady Loki. Okay, next let's go to the World War Hulk. Okay, and we're gonna go to this one next because a lot of people have been trying to decide. Of course, Hulk already has a uniform, the Maestro uniform, Secret Wars version. Now, one thing to remember, both versions give you the 10% bonus to stats, so that's great. So that's the same. However, the difference is on the Maestro you get the 20% rate physical attack, 42% poison damage. Okay, so basically, while attacking with a 20% rate, you're going to get 42% poison damage to his attacks. That is an improvement to the original Hulk. Okay, and for the new World War Hulk, you're going to get immune to guard break, which is a major win in my book Okay, so here's the thing about this uniform, and a lot of you guys are going to relate. I want to try to make it simple for the new players, and for those who have been on the fence and you've been playing the game. If you using Hawk, okay, because a lot of people don't really use Hawk like that. Okay, if you're, I mean, I'm a Hawk fan. However, in this game, he has been underwhelming. However, these both uniforms made Hawk playable. All right, he does a lot of damage. We can't take that away from him. However, for an Incredible Hulk, you just would think he would be much, much more defensive build, and he's not. He should be a tank, and that's just the bottom line. But Hulk is not a tank in this game, guys. I'm going to tell you that right now. That's the saddest part about him. However, um, this uniform is not a must buy. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, it is not a must buy uniform. But again, if you're using Hawk, you want to get the uniform. There's been a couple of videos comparing this uniform to the Maestro uniform, and it appears to be that the World War Hawk uniform makes him attack a little bit faster, and that could still be debatable. But the truth is, I prefer this uniform over the old one for the simple fact that it looks much better. Okay, so if it's nothing if it's nothing else or no other reason you would want to get this uniform, you should get it for the fact that it looks 10 times better than the Maestro Hawk uniform. Okay, I mean, look at this. I don't know. That looks, I don't, you can't even talk about it. This uniform looks much better. So again, if you want to use Incredible Hulk, you want to get this uniform. The bad part about it, again, is that I don't know which mode that you're going to really use Incredible Hulk in. I played with him in Battle World. He's okay. Okay, and I say that because he does a lot of damage. However, there are other combat heroes that are better and have better survivability. Okay, so the question you have to ask yourself is, what game mode am I going to be using this Hawk in? And is that going to be my main character, or if you like me, you just like to collect the uniforms? Okay, if you have the crystals, of course, just buy it. But this uniform, if you're going to have to choose between the two, get the World War Hawk. Okay, that's pretty much all you need to know about that. We could do a test run of both uniforms in a battle or something like that, but I don't really think it's necessary, guys. In my opinion, or my outlook on the uniform is based off, different conversation. That's all we've been talking about for the past couple of days. The two different Hawks, which one is better? And of course, I'm going to have to go with the World War Hawk. Okay, it's definitely one of the better uniform out of the two. All right. Again, this uniform is not a must buy. If you like the Hawk, go ahead and purchase it. Rocket Raccoon. Okay. Again, first uniform for Rocket. 10% boost to stats. Okay, increases the number of mines he puts out as well, and it also increases one of his skills. It turns him into missiles. His what was it called? I can't think of the name of it, but you guys already know. You read it. You know what I'm talking about. We can do it right here. We can do a review. Okay, let's do that. Let's do the preview real quick, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. What I'm going to tell you about this uniform, this skill. I think it's this one right here. No. This one. This is used to be like the little repulse. I can't think of the name of it. That sucks, man. You can't make a video and don't know the name of the skill. Oh, I hate when I have a brain fart. But this skill changed on the new uniform. And of course, if you click the mines, you get more mines. Before you used to only get 3. And now it looks like you get 5 mines. Yep, much better. So definitely, if you're going to play Rocket Raccoon, you want to get this uniform. Is it a must-have? I said it's a must-have because I noticed that he's getting a lot. He's getting a little bit more playtime now. I've seen him being used in Battle World, which is good, because other than that, he didn't. Only other use I had for Rocket Raccoon was to defeat Dr. Ock in Villain Siege. Okay, I don't know if you guys know, but if you have, and this is probably for the newer players, if you're having trouble defeating Dr. Ock, you want to use Rocket Raccoon. He's probably one of the best characters against Doc Ock, okay, because of the way he moves around and flips and stuff like that. And then, of course, he has that 6-star skill. So you want to definitely, I would say, invest in a uniform if you want Rocket Raccoon. I don't know if this is going to help you guys. Must buy? No, it's not a must buy, okay? So far, Loki, World War Hawk, then, of course, Rocket Raccoon, okay? This is probably one of the uniforms I could have probably did without. Okay, but I have used Rocket Raccoon quite a bit. Just testing them out, and like I said, I use them to fight Doc Ock, which makes it pretty awesome. All right. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I mean, that's really pretty much all that uniform does. It's not really, I mean, not a major improvement on the guy, except for the 10, except for the 10% stats. Okay, you know, just not a major improvement. Now let's move on to one that's very important here. A lot of people, a lot of discussion here. So here we are with Angela, the all new, all different Angela. Okay, and again, same thing applies. If you're going to play with Angela, you must get the uniform. Now, I know a lot of people have their teams, like all female teams, and just collecting the female heroes. Get this uniform. I'm going to tell you right now, out of all the new uniforms that were just released, this is one of my favorites in the way it looks. Okay, I like this one just for the pure fact that it looks sweet as heck. Okay, she looks very, very awesome. So also, you want to get this uniform because it increases her damage substantially. Okay, her damage is increased with this uniform. It's going to apply. It's going to, matter of fact, it says increase fire damage by 10%, but honestly, she didn't even have any fire damage. So I'm like, this uniform changes her skills to all fire damage and increases her fire damage by 10%. So it's like, really? Wow. Seriously? So now she's fire damage, which is freaking awesome when you fighting. I mean, just the animation alone looks freaking awesome. Okay, and I've looked at some numbers in Alliance Battle, and she's doing 30k. I've seen a 30k Alliance. I mean, not Alliance Battle. I think I've seen a 30,000 DPS team play mode with Angela. Okay, it wasn't me. Okay, but this uniform has increased her damage. Okay, now a big thing about the fire damage and what makes it really awesome is that when you look at leadership skills, you pair her with Firehawk as the Red Hawk as the leader, you're going to get 6% increase to fire damage. Okay, did you hear what I said? 60% increase to fire damage. So you talking about some insane damage. And I've actually ran this quite a few times. Matter of fact, I paired her up with Red Hawk for the leadership, and she was actually able to solo 10-8. And when I say solo, I mean I'm the fastest I've seen. Okay, 6% burn, 6% fire damage increase. Okay, and real quick, I'm going to run that for you real quick. Now, I didn't want to run any battles, but just to show you guys, and if you guys have seen this already, or if you've done this, then shout out to you. But I ran this team right here, and I'm gonna do it right now for you guys. Okay, I'm gonna run 10-8 just because we have a little time, because I've been kind of going fast in the video. I made Red Hawk the leader to give her the bonus 6% damage, and I'm not gonna tell you how fast she can do this, but watch how fast she solos this 10-8. Okay, and this is not a review on Angela, but just looking at the difference this uniform and that fire damage has increased her damage so much, man. To me, it's kind of amazing. Okay, now, while we are looking at Angela, another thing I want to make sure that I point out to you guys is that Angela is made to dish out damage very fast. Okay, that's what she's made to do. She's made to attack fast and to freaking deal a lot of damage. You're not going to look at her to be a plow character or a solo type character. That's not her job. That's not what she's made to do. She's basically a glass cannon. So what I would recommend you do is build her to fit that role. Of course, you can boost her defenses, but I personally decided to go the offensive route with her because I know I'm not going to use her really to do any solo ability stuff or really to try to, I'm not using her to be in a survival mode. All I want her to do is just deal as much damage as possible. So when I get done building her, she will be straight offensive mode. Okay, but you watch how fast she does this freaking 10-8, man, which to me is freaking it's insane. And remember, I'm on autoplay plus, meaning she don't leave any boxes or anything. So make sure you take that into consideration here. And here we go. 57 seconds. 57. Let me close this. 57 seconds, man. So back to the uniform, guys. If you are a Angela fan, or if you're going to use her for any part of this game, this uniform is a must buy uniform. This is a major, major win, and definitely a major, major go for Angela. Okay, go for the new Angela uniform. This is definitely a major win, and you have to buy this uniform. If you're going to play with Angela, you have to absolutely must get this uniform. Okay, absolutely must have it. All right, let's move on. I'm sure that's enough for you guys to convince you or help you make up your mind. Next, which hold on, Drax. That's right. Drax was the next uniform. All right, now this is a good one. First uniform for Drax. So of course, 10% increase the stats, guys. Okay, if you've been playing the game and you know you've used Drax before, I've actually, just so you guys know, I actually had my Drax already built up. I think he's like level 17 or 18 gears. Matter of fact, he might be 20 gears. Let me go pop in here real quick. But real quick, my Drax has already got almost max gears. If you don't have it, let me look real quick. Okay, and I can tell you right now, I actually made a video because I was going to do like a review video, and I actually made a video. And I can tell you right now, I didn't even post it because that was so bad. Because Drax was literally so bad that I was like, you know what, it's not worth it. He just was that bad. So 17, I got him to 17, 18 on his gears. Okay. Like I was saying before, this uniform, and I got to make another statement too, because in case you didn't know, not only did he get a uniform, he did get a boost to his skills. Okay, he actually does more damage and some other things they changed. So the real question here is it the uniform combined with the new changes to Drax that make him good, or is it just the uniform? Personally, I think it's the changes they made to him plus the uniform with the 10% increase in stats. So they increased his damage, which he definitely needed, and tweaked a few of his skills as well. I'm not going to go into all those, but just so you know, Drax used to be unplayable. Now he's actually playable. I have seen his DPS with the right setup in multiplayer. I think I've seen it around 15k DPS. Okay, I can actually get around 12 with mine right now. Okay, and just so you know, I'm not even using a defensive. I'm not even using an offensive ISO. I'm using start backing on mine. Okay, and I only had that on there because the old Drax was so horrible that you had to have some defense on there because he would just totally die. So I have start backing on him, and now he's actually playable, and he can actually do some decent damage. He's over 10k, so I think that's decent. Before he was like 6-7k maybe, and of course that's going to vary, but the guy used to be freaking horrible. So personally, it's not a must-buy uniform. I can tell you that because honestly, Drax is still not a good character. He's still not good. You would never use him over any other combat character. You just wouldn't do it. Okay, the only thing he does have going for him, in case you want to know what you need him for, is his leadership skill. Now he does have a good leadership skill. However, if you use him as a leader, you must use all combat heroes. Okay, and I'll show you why. For his leadership skill, every time every combat member you have in the team, you're gonna get a boost to HP. With 3 combat players, you get 45% HP boost, which is the biggest HP boost in the game. Okay, and it actually is a major boost. So the only reason you would want to even think about Drax is because of this leadership skill. Other than that, I'll just be honest. As far as combat heroes, he's definitely still one of the worst. Okay, still one of the worst combat heroes out there as far as damage dealing and just overall playability. Okay. And that's my opinion. Let me make sure I clarify. That's my opinion on him. You can try it for yourself and see what you think. Okay. But here, I haven't even boosted his level 1 skill, and I can tell you right now, let's go ahead and boost it here to at least 3. The rest of the skills, how much damage? Okay, so it's not even a lot. We'll run a quick battle with him just so you can see him. Let's try a team here. What are we at? Almost 20 minutes. So that's my. Okay, let's use this right here. Let's run a quick team with Drax, and I'll let you see. Now, again, this is not a review, but just to let you know if you need to get the uniform. Which team we're gonna go with? All attack 511. So we probably need to roll with this first team. How good is that? We get any? Oh, that's kind of sucky. And we're gonna make him lead. Movement speed, crit dodge. What about this team? This looks like a pretty decent one. Jeez, all these teams suck, don't they? So here's another problem. Don't like he have a real good. Doesn't look like he has a good team setup either. So, um, geez, who are we gonna? Let's just use the first one because it's a good mixture of heroes. And let's take a look at the HP now. Now with his leadership skill, let's look at his HP. 29k, 29k HP. Good God! So that's the reason you would want to use him. 31k for freaking Kingpin. Now you pair this guy with Kingpin and any other combat hero that's actually good, and you got a tank. You know what I'm saying? So let's real quick. Let's run this guy through 10-8 just to show you that he is actually usable now in the game. Okay, and that's pretty much what I want to say. So while we're looking at the video, my thought process is if you're going to use Drax as a leader, and like I said, he actually has a purpose in the game, and you can use him now. You can actually get this uniform. Again, it's not a must buy, but if you're going to use Drax, I would go ahead and say purchase the uniform. As far as, and I can tell you overall, out of all the uniforms, his uniform, along with his drastic character changes, make his the biggest improvement out of all of them. Okay, so yeah, Angela got a lot of damage. Yeah, Loki you can play on 2 different days, but in terms of overall improvement, I'm going to tell you now, Drax probably got the biggest improvement out of all of them because he was unplayable before, and that's just, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. I wish I had that video. I deleted it. It was so horrible. I mean, he just couldn't do anything. He couldn't solo anything, and I mean, a combat hero that can't solo something, I mean, that's horrible. That's just freaking horrible. Okay, but at least now he does decent damage, and you can actually play with him. Okay, he still needs a lot of tweaking. I'll be honest, man. He's nothing like he should be. But as you can see from this video here, you will see that Drax can actually solo 10-8. And I'll tell you, before this uniform, before the character changes, I could not do that with this Drax. Okay, I tried multiple sets on him. I tried offensive, I tried defensive, and then I finally came to start backing, and I just left it there. So that's why I said that's why I didn't even finish the gears. I would have went to 20, but I felt like I was wasting my freaking gold boosting him up, man. So as you can see, he's going to end this battle probably almost. I mean, if he gets one more heal, he'll be over half. I mean, totally playable hero now. I mean, actually, not even that bad is what make it crazy. This uniform, the character changes, he's actually a decent combat hero now. But I just can't find a good place for him in my lineup, or as far as adding him, besides putting him as a leader. He's kind of like a Ronin right now. Use him for his leadership skill, okay? And that's what you have to do sometimes. I don't even think the uniform looks that good. I think it looks kind of crazy, but again, he can actually do something now. All right. So my take on the Drax uniform, it's a major improvement to the character, and of course, if you're a fan, you definitely got to get it. But if you know you're not going to use Drax, then you definitely don't have to get this uniform. Okay. And again, I say that because a lot of people are not going to use Drax, man. That's just the bottom line. A lot of people are just not going to use them. You're not going to waste your time on using them. Okay. So overall, I think we need to realize Lady Loki, a must buy. Angela, for all those that use her or are thinking about user, is a must buy. Those two are must buys in my opinion, as far as just using the two. It's almost like, for one, Angela just looks so good. If you're going to use her, you got to get that uniform. You just got to get it. Okay. World War Hulk, here it has a uniform. You don't really need a new one, but it looks better, so you can get it. Not a must buy. Rocket Raccoon, you don't. It's not a must buy. It's not going to improve him drastically, so you don't need that one. And then your Drax uniform, man, that one, a major improvement. And if you think you're going to use him for a leader, then yeah, buy it, because that way you can at least use him. But it's not a must buy. Okay, so we got two that I say you want to get: Lady Loki and Angela for sure. And then the others are really going to be It's gonna be situational, which all of them are, man. But that's my take, man. And I know that's some of you guys gonna be like, man, that's horrible. I could have figured that out, but I mean, it just really is, man. I go on these forums, I get a lot of if I got a lot of questions about, man, which uniform to get, and I tell you, man, it's nobody can really tell you which uniform to get. I mean, if you want the best heroes in the game, then you're gonna get Lady. If you want the best heroes in the game, the most usable heroes in the game, and I should say it that way, you got to get Lady Loki. That's really, out of all of them, that's the one you got to have, because Loki is so crucial in different game modes, okay? And I mean, of course, like I said, I love Angela, and I know she has a lot of fans, so definitely, that's why I put those two as your top uniforms, okay? Now, I am a Hawk fan, so me personally, the World War Hawk, just because it looks so much better than the old Hawk and the old Hawk uniform, I had to get it just for GP, you know what I'm saying? So that's me, but I buy them all anyway. So that's my take on the uniforms, guys. And while it may not be what you wanted to hear, I'm sorry, it's just hard to tell somebody if they should get a uniform, because the thing is, I feel like if you're asking should you get a certain uniform, then more than likely you should get it, because that means you want to play the character. Okay, for the new players, get Lady Loki. I would say for the biggest bang for your buck, you want to get Lady Loki. The rest you can leave alone. That's what I would say for new players, okay, who don't know much about the game. Get the Lady Loki, and you'll be good to go. Okay, you'll be good to go. All right. So I think that covered all the new uniforms, and of course, I will be making videos. We'll do like each character, and kind of go through some strengths and weaknesses, stuff like that, because we have so many videos we need to make. And I knew this one was going to be long, but it's trying to cover all these uniforms, so that's just my take on it, man. I mean, and I did take a lot of the, I've been reading a lot of forum posts and stuff about the uniforms, and it's a lot of people have different different opinions on them. So you have to take it for what it's worth. I mean, that's what you have to do, man. Everybody's gonna have a different opinion, but nothing's ever gonna be the same. Nobody's ever going to agree on the same except for Loki. I'm pretty sure everybody agrees that you definitely want to get that one. Other than that, that's it, man. I'm going to try to bring another video back to you guys real soon. I'm going to do individual heroes, but I wanted to make that so you can go ahead and get your uniforms today or tomorrow before they go off sale. Okay, if you have more comments or questions, make sure you hit your boy up in the comment section or online chat or Facebook, whatever, But until the next video, in the meantime, holla at me. I'm out. Peace.